Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Nama. In Krishna's life as a child in Vrindavan, there are many episodes, one of which stands out is Cheeraharan, which allegorically means absolute surrender to God, without any reservations, without any prejudices. The gopis in Vrindavan were so fond of this child that most of them wanted to marry him. That was not practical. Yet they prayed to their goddess Katyayani for grant of a prayer that they marry Shri Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj. For the entire month of Margashirsha, they meticulously observed the rituals and repeated this prayer several times every morning. At dawn, they came out of their homes holding hands and narrating Krishna Leela episodes. They walked towards Yamuna for a dip. They took off their clothes and, chanting Bhagwan's name, entered the cold waters. Soon they got used to the temperature and started splashing water on each other and playing games like hide and seek. Bhagwan never lets down his devotees. Krishna knew of their desires, so he played a game to teach them a lesson. He came to the Yamuna banks with his friends, asked the friends to wait far away. He himself went to the site where the gopis were taking their bath. He collected all their clothes, tied them into a bundle, and climbed the nearest kadamba tree. When these girls wanted to come out, they didn't see their clothes. They could not see anyone near about. They did not know that Krishna was hiding in the kadamba tree with a bundle which contained their clothes. Ultimately, they did find him. They asked him, "What are you doing there with this bundle of clothes?" He said, "Were you not thinking of me? I have arrived in response to your call. Does it not make you happy?" "Yes, it does," they replied, smiling, laughing, chatting. "Well, I have your clothes in this bundle. If you are interested, come and collect them." Straight offer, no hidden meanings. It's not a joke. Have you not been fasting to come near me? All my young friends often hear your chants. In Vrindavan, nothing is hidden from anyone, he said. If you come one by one, I'll throw the particular dress. Otherwise, you can come all together. I'll throw the entire bundle down so that you can dress and go home. The young gopis had a problem. They were naturally shy. They had never anticipated such a situation. Life so far had proceeded uneventfully. No doubt they had been fasting and praying to Katyayani Devi, asking for the boon of marriage to Krishna without realizing its implications. They never knew that their prayer would be partially granted, and that too so soon. Moreover, how many of them could marry one boy? And he was just a boy. Yet how sweet, how irresistible. In their heart of hearts, the young virgins were enjoying their pranks. Their consciousness was full of bliss. They looked at each other, hesitated. He said, "Come out, you will die of cold." One representative gopi came out, keeping herself submerged up to her neck. She said, "Krishna, no doubt we love you, but kindly do not commit this impropriety. We are conscious that you are the darling son of Yashoda and Nanda Baba, but we do not deny praying to be near you. Every resident of Vrindavan has a good word to say about you." "It's cold here," another said. We are shivering. We shall catch cold and get a fever. Be merciful. Hand over our clothes. We are your slaves. We shall comply with whatever you say, Shyama Sundar. Krishna had a hearty laugh. He replied, I know that you are pure at heart, that you love me. You claim to be my maids. Then why hesitate to obey my command? Come out of the water and collect your dresses. The young virgins had had enough. How long can you wait in the cold waters of Yamuna? They were freezing. They had forgotten how cold the water was while playing. Now they were standing still. They had no choice but to obey the master. Shivering from head to toe, the gopis tried to cover themselves with their hands as they walked to the shore and approached the kadamba tree on which was perched their beloved Ghanasham. However, Krishna, though pleased, was not done. He appreciated their devotion, although it was not a total surrender, without reservation, to the will of God. You are brave, he said. I admire your guts. And he moved the load aside. You have fulfilled your promise, however. Taking a bath without clothes, you have insulted Varuna, the god of waters, in the rivers and the oceans. In order to placate him, touch your heads with folded hands as you bow before him. Thereafter, receive your clothes. I have no use for them, he said. The young women did what Krishna had advised. Their faith in him was absolute. The Bhagwan had proof of their devotion when he saw the young gopis bowing to the Yamuna waters with palms folded and raised to their foreheads. Krishna immediately returned their clothes and descended from the kadam branch on which he was perched. The gopis could smell his fragrance, enhanced by the kadam flowers. Admiringly, they looked at his celestial face. They could never have enough of him. Well, who can? Who can have enough of Krishna? Go on looking at his face. You will never get tired. You would want more of him. Krishna had thus tricked the gopis, persuaded them to shed restraint, laughed at them, laughed with them, shared their laughter, made them dance as his puppets, and earlier even made away with their clothes. Yet the virgins did not take any offense. They found no fault with their actions. How could they? They put on their clothes, but would not take a step forward to their homes. They dressed for him, for a union with their beloved, their Bhagwan. Such was the intensity of their concentration that they stood and stared at him, immobile like statues. This Leela of Krishna leads us to the path of bliss, to worship God without any reservations. Think of God as the be-all and the end-all of your thoughts. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.